Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Gwenpool Strikes Back, issue number 1 of, I believe, 5. The plot on this is fantastic. Can I recommend this book? That's going to be up to your personal taste. If you don't like Gwenpool, you're definitely not going to like this. So that's just a no. If you love Gwenpool, you're going to love this because it's perfect Gwenpool. If you're on the fence, stick around for the review. No spoilers. Okay, so Leah Williams is the writer. David Baldeon is on art. Jesus Abratov on colors. VC's Joe Caramagna on letters. The Dodsons, Terry and Rachel doing the cover. And a whole bunch of people doing the variant cover art. Sorry, 4 of them. Not doing them all. So anyway, like I said, this is pretty spot on for Gwenpool, man. She basically decides to try and get the attention through really dumb means of Spider-Man. But at the same time, it's the thing that's going to work because she's trying to get superpowers. Why is she trying to get superpowers? Well, because she needs to stay relevant. Look, she understands better than most that at the end of the day, you have to have the ability to stay relevant in comic books. Otherwise, you're going to go the way of the dodo. You're going to go the way of, like, fool killer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he'll come back once in a while, but for the most part, you know this comic book ain't going to last for long. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. Look, I'm not going to say I'm loving this comic book, but I'm close to loving this comic book. I'm hoping it's going to get a little bit cooler where more of the, now that we've laid down the groundwork of what this is going to be. But at the end of the day, this was good. It was a great explanation, not just from Leah Williams' perspective, but from all over. The idea that certain amount of relevancy is necessary to stay in the comic books. The means that Gwenpool goes through, the nonsense that she goes through sometimes, like joining a team. I mean, she's just in the West Coast Avengers. Hey, I really liked Gwenpool in the West Coast Avenger. I like the West Coast Avengers comic book by Kelly Thompson most recently. Here's the thing about it. Gwenpool wasn't proper Gwenpool. In fact, it was mentioned. Quentin Quire specifically said, you used to have the power to do such and such and such. I really wish this was more directly referenced, but it was referenced enough. It was referenced enough, it was hinted at that if you read the book, you understand what's being said here. She doesn't have her full range of powers when she's in a team because although it's cool, she'll pop in, she could be guaranteed to have a certain level of, hey, I'm the wild card crazy one, look for me for the major comic relief. But in a comic book where everybody's kind of silly, everybody's kind of funny, it could lose its luster for that particular character. All the characters seem to kind of maintain their consistency of, cool, that's funny, ha ha ha, plus with the baby shark thing. She didn't have certain powers, like the ability to break the fourth wall nearly as much because everybody else is going to look at her like she's crazy, like they were doing in this book. So she is better as a solo act to have the full range of her reality manipulation powers. This was perfectly fine. There was a moment here in the beginning where she says a DC character's name, which she didn't say the superhero name. That can actually get you a lawsuit. Saying the regular name, I don't know what Leia had to do to get permission to do this. Like, did she talk to somebody from DC Comics and say, please don't sue us if I do this? Or did she just talk to the editors and the editors were like, well, let me talk to the legal team and just, whatever. But it was a fun moment. It was one of those things where it's like, oh no, that was actually really good. Either way, again, if you like Gwenpool, I think you're going to really love this comic book. If you're on the fence, give it a shot. You might actually be better off with issue 2, though, even though it's not out yet, because that's where the story is actually going to get going. As far as an introduction to Gwenpool, this is as good as it gets. Anyway, guys, I'm done. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.